In the mid-15th century, a man set out to change a tradition. He proposed a new system that would compete with the time-honored method of printing by hand. It proved a bold and powerful move. The printing press of Johannes Gutenberg created a graphics revolution. Like Gutenberg, we set out to change a long-standing tradition, to revolutionize the way things are done. Our story is about that revolution.
Jeanette, for this fitting assembly I'd like to get out. Outside of the standard view, I'd like to get a three-dimensional view from up in this area here.
You are about to see something very familiar, a sequence that has been the norm throughout the history of engineering, the creation of engineering part drawings by hand. But we will also show you something entirely new, construction of the same engineering part drawings using the tools of modern technology.
By the way, these are standard bushings, and so we won't have to worry about them at this time. We can get that out of the catalog later.
Okay, fine.
Ours will be a story of two systems, the old and the new. And like the printing press of Gutenberg, we have a revolution in progress. We call it Unigraphics, the total solution.
Okay, Jeanette, this looks pretty good. I think we'll need to check with stress on a few of these dimensions.
Okay, fine.
Need an estimate of how long you think it would take to do the job.
Well, based on the amount of detail that's going into the drawing, in order to show the part, I'd say approximately a week.
Okay, a week sounds pretty good. You think you could get started on it right away?
Sure.
Fine.
Ordinarily, here's where the story would end. This is the system that has been the tradition. It was the only way to ensure accurate information about the detail of every part. That is, it was the only way until recently. This is an interactive graphic system. It is the result of several years of pioneering work in the field of computer-aided design and computer-aided manufacturing. It is a tool that frees its operators from the tedium and repetition of conventional methods, providing more time for problem solving and creativity. Of all the systems now available, this one, Unigraphics, represents the greatest step forward in computer-aided design and manufacturing. Here is a system with which one person can produce 5 times as much as with conventional methods. Its versatility and accuracy can significantly increase productivity throughout the design manufacturing cycle. Now that we've introduced our engineer to the new system, we'll have him take that same part, the one that's presently being conceived on that drafting table, and watch him design it with Unigraphics. The system is easy to use and understand, designed for dynamic, interactive use by people in a wide range of disciplines. Tutorial option lists are displayed on a separate message monitor unit, thereby eliminating the need to make constant references to complex operators' manuals. At the touch of a key, the part geometry is entered into the system. Reference points are established, lines connected and trimmed, circles, arcs and fillets created, all interactively. The part calls for bushings, but these do not have to be drawn, since they've already been developed for another part and are stored in the drawing files of the Unigraphics library. With the press of a key, the pattern is retrieved and inserted into the drawing. When the drawing is complete, it is checked. This analysis and verification of the geometry is another push-button operation. The drawing is then detailed with the addition of dimensions, labels, notes, and cross-hatching, again, interactively. Now that the part has been constructed, it can be manipulated and simultaneously displayed in several different views. A top view, front view, side view, and any three-dimensional or auxiliary view. Unigraphics can also scale the display automatically and allows the engineer to zoom in and enlarge areas of the drawing for closer inspection. Within seconds, the engineer obtains checked prints of the various drawings from the hard copy unit. There is another way this same part information could have been input to the system. It is accomplished by using an intelligent digitizer, which, when added to the Unigraphics system, extends its range and capabilities even further. A function is selected on the keypad. For example, string. Then the puck-style cursor is moved over the line portions of the drawing. The drawing is recorded on the display screen as before. Then, in turn, other functions are selected which will complete the drawing. The digitizer comes with its own message monitor for ease of operation. A digitizer can be added to each interactive design station, and it is an option that will add speed, accuracy, and convenience to the recording of graphic information. Now that the engineer has completed his basic drawings with Unigraphics, let's check our progress at the drafting table. The designer still has a full day to go to finish her initial drawings. A lot of time will be expended pulling old prints from the file to secure the information she needs as compared to Unigraphics, where all such information is stored in the system. Even after she finishes the initial drawing, she still must produce the detail and section drawings, requiring another 3 days of work. Then there will always be the question of changes and revisions to the design, all of which will require more hand drawing. None of this is necessary with Unigraphics. Here the design is reviewed as it is conceived. Changes and revisions are easily and quickly made, since the engineer constructs the part himself. Now that the design is complete, the engineer can produce full-size, high-quality engineering drawings with Unigraphics and its automatic drafting equipment. The design of the part is now complete on Unigraphics. 2 days, only 16 man-hours. Now, this same amount of time has brought the draftswoman to this point. Yet, it will take her an additional 3 days, 24 man-hours, just to complete her initial drawing. But this is just the beginning, for Unigraphics is more than just a drafting tool. It provides capabilities beyond those of the designer draftsman. Unigraphics provides an interface between computer-aided design and computer-aided manufacturing. Using the Unigraphics system, the manufacturing engineer can develop the cutter paths for the numerically controlled machine tool that will produce the part. He has at his command powerful machining capabilities that will automatically generate the tool motions required to machine any designated surface. While describing the tool path, he will be able to specify such functions as drilling, spot facing, milling, chamfering, and tapping. Tool paths can be checked visually on the display screen. This machining information, stored in the system, is then used to produce the NC tape. United Computing Corporation has developed one of the largest post-processor libraries in the world, and it is fully compatible with Unigraphics. A tape is punched, which contains all the commands necessary to drive an NC machine tool, and a list is printed for the machine tool operator. The fitting assembly is now a completed part ready for use. Total time that has elapsed from the point of conception to the manufacture of the part, 2 weeks. At the end of this same 2 weeks, our designer draftswoman has completed her drawings, and the NC part programmer has finished his initial program. Another 3 weeks will elapse before the engineer can expect to see the fitting assembly machined and ready for delivery. 2 weeks versus 5 weeks. As in the case of printing by hand versus the printing press, there is no longer any comparison between these two systems. Unigraphics has revolutionized engineering and manufacturing techniques. And that's not all. Unigraphics has proven effective at increasing productivity in many other applications. Piping, technical illustration, circuit design, architectural, just to mention a few. There's more. Graphics Interactive Programming Language, called GRIP, can be added to Unigraphics. It allows applications programs to be prepared offline. These programs can then be edited and debugged online. GRIP has many applications, including family of parts programming. All that is required to generate a specific family member is the input of critical parameters. The GRIP program then creates a fully dimensioned drawing automatically. In addition, you can store sets of standard values as text files and read them from within the program, providing guaranteed standardization. You may also create special purpose systems tailored to your applications, employing a complete set of interactive commands and access to full three-dimensional geometry definition. GRIP's range is unlimited. It will go as far as the imagination of the designer can take it. Yes, Unigraphics is here to serve your needs with up to 6 terminals in operation on a single system. Not only are we able to do more in much less time, we are able to do things we could never do before. The impact is enormous. We are entering a new era, the age of the totally automated factory. We are changing a tradition and creating a new one. And it's being done today with Unigraphics. The total solution.